there, this is a special edition of your favorite program, The Power Circuit, from the transmission company of Nigeria, TCN. Here are the top-line reports for this edition. Minister of State for Power, Mr. Jedi Alba, unveils NAPTIN's e-learning platform. House representatives laud TCN management on power transmission reforms. TCN head task contractor on speedy completion of new 330, 132 kilovolts Rimin Zakara power transmission substation in Kano. Central Area Abuja substation gets a boost as TCN repairs and energizes 132 kilovolts underground line 1 transmission cable. You are watching The Power Circuit, and I am Amara Agugoisi. The Minister of State for Power, Mr. Jedi Alba, has unveiled an e-learning technology platform for the National Power Training Institute of Nigeria, NAPTIN, as the institute targets more youths to build skills, especially on renewable energy.
At the launch of the eNAPTIN platform yesterday in Abuja, the minister who joined the session virtually said the project will be enhanced in the second and third phases and will take this e-learning platform to an entirely new level of interactive learning experience. He also said the interventions of the federal government in the power sector are already yielding good dividends and will in no distant future translate to the more needed reliable power supply for the entire nation.
They are also congratulate NAPTIN and its management, the NAPTIN teacher and its management, and encourage them to sustain this staple in the growth and transformation of e-learning centers and they turn this learning to an e-learning excellence center. It is my singular honor on behalf of President Muhammadu Buhari and the Ministry of Power to unveil this facility for use, public use in the interest of the masses of Nigeria.
The Director General of NAPTIN, Mr. Ahmed Nagode, said the platform rides on COVID-19 protocol to provide a multilingual learning and payment system as NAPTIN targets other African countries. He also assured that it will boost human capacity development, especially for youths in the power sector.
To offer a platform that can serve as additional source of revenue generation for NAPTIN. This eNAPTIN will provide critical mass training opportunities for Nigerian training youth at accessible and affordable rates, thereby creating jobs and enhancing human capacity development for the power sector. The platform will also offer an opportunity to sell our trainings to our power utilities under APWA, ANSI, that is the Association of Power Utilities of African Network for Centers of Excellence in Electricity, and the West African Power Pool, WAP. It also affords us the opportunity to host other training institute products on our indigenous platform. I want to assure the Honorable Minister that we shall make best use of this opportunity to reach out to the teeming Nigerian youth and give them the chance to build capacity that will empower them to kickstart or enhance their careers in the ever-growing power sector.
The platform, which is the Learning Management System LMS, has 10 courses in English and French languages, with more courses being uploaded. It has space for 200 languages, including Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, as the training demand grows. The NAPTIN head thanked the minister for unveiling the platform and called on community leaders and philanthropists to encourage youth to enroll in the platform to acquire more skills in the power sector.
This is a very good opportunity for our well-to-do leaders, that is the politicians, in terms of those who are holding public offices and those who are philanthropists, to see that an opportunity as part of the corporate social responsibility to sponsor young Nigerians to benefit from this program. We had a program with IFC, International Finance Corporation, where they will be bringing scholarship and make it possible. So we want our own local donors as well to follow that and make best use of this opportunity in order to make young Nigerians to benefit.
Members of the House of Representatives Committee on Power have lauded the management of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, for the committed implementation of its power transmission reforms. The lawmakers, led by the Chairman, House Committee on Power, Honorable Magaji Dao Aliyu, stated this during an oversight visit to the TCN headquarters at the Power House in Abuja.
Chairman, House Committee on Power, Honorable Magaji Dao Aliyu, who said there was need for the government to work on improving the milestones of the privatized power sector, said TCN was being underfunded.
On behalf of the committee, I wish to commend you and your management team. Despite the 5 billion they give you instead of 500 billion, you are able to survive for this long. And if we continue if the budget continues to drop to 1 billion, then I'm sure we'll be in a bigger situation than what we are now. I wish to thank the MD and for having us today. The onus is on us to get more money for them.
He, however, pledged the support of the lawmakers towards assisting TCN in their best way to ensure TCN gets improved bulk power to be delivered to Nigerians.
I wish to commend you for your modest achievement and to assure you, with the little time we have, we'll be very willing to support and to ensure Nigerians have power.
The committee then directed TCN to formally write to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, itemizing all pending power transmission projects and what it takes to have them completed.
We'll see what we'll do, inshallah, to give you sufficient funding to service this country. Thank you.
While welcoming the lawmakers to TCN, the acting managing director and chief executive officer of TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, said the management was committed to the area of priority, which is the consistent maintenance of a transmission grid and implementing the transmission rehabilitation and expansion program.
Our area of priority is implementation of the Nigerian electric grid maintenance, expansion and rehabilitation program. Then we sustain the strategy for empowerment of TCN in-house engineers to install and repair major power equipment internally. Improve internally generated revenue to strengthen the company's ability to meet its obligation. Then service level mechanism development, positioning itself to better serve the GenScos, DSCos, eligible customers, and international customers. Then we have to face also the human capacity development and staff welfare, general improvement in the operational system and processes.
Engineer Abdulaziz also gave an overview of TCN capital and donor-funded projects, which he said are key towards improving the national power grid.
We have a total of 135 major capital projects. We have 42 that are completed, that is 30 substations and 12 transmission lines. Then we have 25 projects that have been completed and commissioning. Now we have another sector we call program coordination. We have international donor agencies such as the AFD, that's Friends Development, the World Bank, African Development Bank, and Japan International Cooperation Agency, which we call JICA. This is the donor, title of the project, amount in USD, and remarks. You can see number one, the World Bank. We call it in a tab, Nigerian Electric Transmission Access Project. The amount of the loan is 486 USD, and it was effective from 2018. The second one, AFD, that's Agency for Friends Development. Abuja Transmission Ring Scheme. All these projects are here around Abuja, and the amount is 170 USD million, and it was effective since 2014. Then the next one is AFDB, then Nigerian Transmission Expansion Project. We have 210 million USD. This has not yet started. Then we have the JICA. These projects are around Lagos and Ogun. We have 238 million USD, also not yet effective.
In a further presentation, the TCN has said there are challenges of power transmission lines right-of-way violations, irregular funding, vandalism of power assets, procurement processes, and interface issues as he sought collaborations to tackle these challenges.
We have to continue collaboration with state government to address the right-of-way issues. We know that from the Land Decree Act, all lands in Nigeria are owned by the government. So we think by collaborating with the state government, the amount we are paying for compensation, if they cooperate with us, can drastically be reduced. Improve financing for FGM-funded projects across the country. This one was pleased with honorable members to increase the share they used to give us during the budget. Then sustain continuing implementation of projects through the new Nigeria electricity grid maintenance, expansion, and rehabilitation program, and other laudable programs for TCN and rest of the sector players. Federal Ministry of Power to support the drive for discourse to improve their viability and efficiency. National Assembly to support TCN by increasing appropriation to projects and intervene to reduce prolonged procurement processes by making necessary legislations. Thank you, sirs.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, hereby states that it is presently changing the old overload 132 kV Ikeja West, Alimoso, Ogba, Alausa, Ota, Papalanto 240 megawatt transmission line with a new high capacity 500 megawatt transmission line to solve the problem of poor power supply in Ikeja West, Papalanto axis of Lagos State. Presently, the 5 power stations along that power route have a total capacity of 570 megawatt, but it is only able to deliver 240 megawatt because of the old undersized transmission line. As the area continues to experience continued increase in human population and socioeconomic activities, the demand for electricity will continue to grow, and if the line is left without upgrade, electricity supply would soon become impossible in the area. TCN had to take the hard decision of reconductoring the old 132 kV transmission line. But bearing in mind the importance of power supply, TCN is carrying out the line replacement work from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Electricity is restored by 6 p.m. in the evening to 8 a.m. in the morning daily. This is expected to last for another 2 weeks from now. We sincerely apologize for every inconvenience and solicit the support and understanding of the Lagos State government and electricity consumers in the affected areas to enable the successful completion of this project, which when completed will greatly improve power supply through our substations in Ikeja West, Papalanto axis of Lagos State. Signed, Management.
The Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Dr. Sule Ahmed Abdulaziz, has inspected the ongoing 330-132 kV Rimin Zakara Transmission Substation project in Kano State. Engineer Abdulaziz tasked the contractor on speedy completion of the project.
During the inspection of the new substation, which has a capacity of 2 by 150 MVA and 2 by 60 MVA power transformers, as well as a reactor, the TCN henchman charged the contractor company, MBH Company Limited, on ensuring that the project is completed in record time.
MBH, what we want to tell you is that we have a mandate from Mr. President to make sure that we finish all outstanding substations and transmission lines we have in the country. Mr. President wants to make sure that we complete everything, and he commissioned all these stations before the end of his tenure. Therefore, we know that there are some outstanding materials which we have to supply to you. As soon as possible, we already have the transformers that in our store in Lagos. We are going to make sure that they come here in time. So within the shortest possible time, you are mandated, you must finish this job.
Yes, sir. We have already 60% works we have completed.
Yes. So the other 40%, you have to finish it in time, and you have to be serious. Sure. And we are going to be visiting this place every month to make sure that you finish the job in time.
We will try our best.
So please take it seriously.
Yeah, very much, sir.
He further gave an overview of the project, which he said was crucial to improve bulk power supply in Kano and neighboring states.
We are at Rimin Zakara 2 by 150 MVA 330/132 substation at Kano. This is the second 330 substation we are trying to build in Kano. As you are all aware, in Kano we have only one substation 330, which is Kumbozo, and it has been existing since in the 80s. And Kano town and metropolis has been growing, so there was a need for us to have another 330 station even 15 years back. But due to some reason, paucity of funds and some other things, we are not able to do this. But now God has given us the opportunity. It's now we are trying to build the second one in Kano, and its called Remain Zakara.
Engineer Abdulaziz said the substation will be of great relief to the 330/132 kV Kumbotso substation in the state, being the only such facility at present.
Basically, it's going to relieve the 330 we have in Kumbotso. So we are going to look at the feeders and feed a lot of substations from here. We can also take a line here from the new substation we want to build, which is Kanye. We may also connect the two lines going to Katsina from here. So there is a lot of option we can do just to make sure that we relieve Kumbotso.
On his part, the acting regional manager, Kano Region Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Badamasi Adamu, said the facility will improve power to the entire Kano complex, comprising other states.
We are very happy to have this because it will improve power supply to Kano complex. What I mean by Kano complex, it comprises of Jigawa, Katsina, and Kano metropolis. So it's a very good, it's certainly a very good development, and we are looking forward to the federal government to improve, to get more of these substations in Kano, because two number of 330 kV substations are still small for Kano, so we need more because of the power supply and the what do you call it, the population is there.
Earlier, the official of the contracting firm MBH Power Limited, Narendra Kopanendia, said the company was doing all it could to complete the project in good time.
We are doing this project, and very soon we are wishing to finish this project. We have some structures. We are waiting for some structures and some equipments. So as soon as it is coming, we will finish our job, and we are trying to do our best, sir.
The TCN head and his team then inspected the switchyard of the new power transmission substation and other facilities before departing.
The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, says it has successfully completed the repair of a faulty portion of the second 132 kilovolts Katampe Central Area underground transmission cable known as Line 1 in Abuja. The underground Line 1 and Line 2 power lines supply bulk electricity to TCN's gas-insulated substation in the central area of Abuja.
A portion of the underground transmission cable Line 1 that passes through the IBB golf course was damaged by an excavation machine working for the club on the 23rd of December 2019. But TCN had mobilized by getting experts and bracing the odds of the COVID-19 pandemic to commence the repair works. Following the successful restoration of the 132 kV underground transmission cable Line 1, TCN now has bulk transmission line redundancy called N-1, which means if there is a sudden failure of one line, the second line will be available to seamlessly transmit bulk power electricity preferably. The power circuit was there during the underground cable repair exercise, where the Assistant General Manager Transmission at TCN Abuja Sub-Region, Engineer Musa Shuaibu, spoke extensively about the repairs.
This cable has been out for close to 2 years now as a result of failure. So now we've gotten a contractor who is handling the determination of the faulty part of the cable. So what we're doing today is that we're preparing the cable to see how we can terminate the cable back to the system. This is a GIS substation. We have two lines coming in from Katampe on 132. All along we have been on one line, which is not good for the system. Okay. So now with this, we are going to have sustained reliability.
The TCN official said with both lines operating, TCN would now supply more bulk electricity for distribution to consumers by the Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC.
Most especially now, we're approaching the heat period. There won't be anything like load shedding anymore. So if this comes in now, the station can carry its full load and we can give distribution the maximum supply they needed from this end.
The engineers were busy at the TCN gas insulated substation in the Abuja Central area trying to fix the underground cable at that end after rectifying the fault at the other end of the IBB Gas Cuff area of Abuja.
That vandalizing power infrastructure and stealing its components have negative impact on government's efforts towards improving the nation's power sector? Say no to vandalism. Vandalism leaves TCN with the enormous task of re-erecting and restringing damaged power transmission lines and towers, which cost millions of naira to rebuild. Money that should be used for transmission expansion projects to make increased bulk electricity readily available to electricity consumers through the distribution companies. Do you know that vandals are destroying our common national assets, funded with taxpayers' monies, and negatively impeding our common socio-economic progress? Say no to vandalism. Do not condone vandals, because stealing parts of electricity transmission towers and cables disrupts the transmission of generated power to distribution load centers, threatening the national grid, your comfort, and ultimately the nation's economic growth. So don't just walk away. Be involved. Do something when you observe suspicious activities around transmission installations or even vandals at work. Don't just walk away. Report to any transmission office closest to you or any security outfit around your vicinity. Say no to vandalism. TCN enjoins you to work with us to stop the willful destructions of our collective national assets as we work to transmit increased bulk electricity in the most efficient and effective manner. This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria. TCN. TCN, transmitting bulk electricity for national development.
That is the merch we can bring to you in this edition. Minister of State for Power, Mr. Jedi Abba, unveils NAPTIN's e-learning platform. House representatives laud TCN management on power transmission reforms. TCN head tax contractor on speedy completion of new 330 132 kilovolts Rimin Zakara power transmission substation in Kano. We also told you that the Central Area Abuja substation has gotten a boost after TCN repaired and energized the 132 kilovolts on the ground line 1 transmission cable. Always keep a track of all our episodes on the TCN YouTube channel. And keep your support coming for TCN on these platforms as we join hands to ensure TCN delivers improved bulk electricity nationwide. Protect yourself against the Delta variant of the COVID-19 pandemic by getting vaccinated and following the prevention protocols. I am Amara Agogoesi, and see you next week.